guys, this is Melody. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. Today we're doing a sketchbook video, I guess. So I really just wanted to talk about a challenge that I just started doing. Well, I guess I started in June and then kind of dropped off for a little bit, but I'm getting back into it. This challenge is one that I believe is meant to be completed in a year, but for my situation, that's just not realistic. I'm working full-time and I have other things. I have a boyfriend, I have, stuff that I want to do, and I have other art projects that I want to work on, and so it's just not realistic for me to think that I can finish this in a year. Maybe 2 years would be more realistic, but this challenge is called the 2500 Challenge. This is a challenge that I found out about through a YouTube channel called Art Prof, and they have their own Discord where they talk about this and stuff. And I believe you're really supposed to focus more on line work and less so on tone, but I am someone who likes details, so I go in and, I do a little coloring, make the lips red or whatever. But the challenge, the whole part of the challenge is that you're supposed to draw 1,000 heads, 500 arms, including the hands, 500 legs, including the feet, 250 hands, and 250 feet. So if you were to try to finish this in a year, you're doing quite a bit of drawing every day, and for some of us, just not realistic. I am going to try to sit down a little bit every day if I can. Obviously, there are days where something's going on and I just literally don't have time, but I think this is a good thing to kind of have on the back burner if you don't know what to do. And I feel like I've kind of been there recently where I want to draw, I want to do something artsy and creative, but I just don't know what to do. And so having this kind of in the background is something for me to do and a way to practice my skill and finesse it and get it better. The more you draw, the better you get at it. People sometimes ask, how are you so good at art? And honestly, my first reaction is I'm not. You can look at a bunch of other artists and see that they are so much more skilled than I am. But the reality of art is that you have to practice it. You will not get better at it if you don't do it. So you have to make ugly drawings. You have to go through that anime phase where all you draw is anime characters, go through that phase where all you draw is eyeballs. If you guys have gone through those phases, definitely let me know in the comments below. I think that's pretty common. But you have to make ugly art, and some of these faces that I'm drawing, I don't like. Like that girl in the middle, what is happening to her face? What is happening with her eyeballs? It's a little bit crazy looking. But you have to make some bad art to make good art. Like this one I'm working on right now, I actually really like the way he turned out. And so if you just experiment and keep drawing, you get better. You learn what works for you and what doesn't work. So basically, this is just a sketchbook challenge. I know that there was another challenge that went around probably like a year or two ago, maybe longer. But you were supposed to fill like the entire sketchbook in a set amount of time. So you had to do like 10 or 15 or 20 pages a day. And those to me just aren't realistic. I think for this, it's more realistic to say I'm gonna draw 1,000 heads because I have a set number and it's not based on a page count. But I am not giving myself a time limit to do it. This is simply something to work on when I don't have commissions going on or I'm not super busy with other things and I just don't know what to draw. So I will not be filming all of the portraits that I draw or the arms or the legs. I think that's just too much. These 2 pages themselves took probably 2-ish hours. So that would just be a lot of filming. I will, however, do some sketchbook tours once I've finished this. I'm not sure how many pages this will take up in total, so I may do a sketchbook tour when I've finished all the heads, and then again when I've finished all the arms, etc. And I'm sure if I finish this challenge and get all the way through, there will be a sketchbook tour of everything, because that's just a lot, and I think it'd be kind of cool to see how I manage to progress. Also with this challenge, you could definitely mix up the heads with the arms, the legs, and the hands and the feet, and If I get bored of drawing faces, I probably will start switching it up to other things, but as it is right now, I've kind of enjoyed doing the faces, and I find that finding references for it is a lot easier because you can just scroll on Instagram or Pinterest and it's really easy to find people to draw. As though with arms and legs and hands and feet, it's a little bit more difficult, so if you're kind of lazy, it's just easier to find something to draw. And if you're wondering why I'm using this pencil instead of a normal graphite pencil or pen, obviously you can use whatever supply you want in this challenge. It's just because I've become accustomed to using it. It works really well underneath markers or watercolors. The graphite, I think, is a little harsh and tends to show up really dark underneath other media. As where this pencil, while maybe you can still see it, it almost blends in a little bit more. It just makes it look a little more cohesive. So I've just become accustomed to using it. It also definitely does not erase as well as some graphite does. And while many would say that that's a downside, I find that it helps keep me from spending too long on some of these sketches. The point of this isn't to spend 20 minutes on each portrait, it's to kind of go through them relatively quickly and kind of get it on paper, see where you did bad, maybe try to fix it in the next one. Another thing I want to say about this challenge is don't draw pretty girls. I know that I have drawn some pretty girls in this challenge and that's fine, put some in there, but like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but the Instagram stereotypical art pretty girls who have beautiful lips, whatever, throw some guys in there, some children, some old people, have some variety. Also try to draw different races. I find that it's a little bit more challenging if you draw people that don't look like you, and so it can help you kind of look at things a little bit differently, I guess. Anyway, I have like 900 something more portraits to draw, but we're gonna end the video here and I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!